Shalom. First and foremost, I want to start by giving all praises, glory, and honor unto Yahawashi. Double honors as always to the apostles and elders of great Muslim who rule well and lead the flock by example. And shalom to the elect men that are listening and learning. Excuse me. And you see this video here. Brothers posted it in the chat a while back in the camp chat, and I was meaning to do a video on it. So, Lord willing, today's lesson will be edifying in the spirit and power of Yahawashi, man. And it's an interesting points made, and I'm gonna go into it in the scriptures.
This is that message to you, the unvaccinated. Even if I were pollinated and fully vaccinated, I would admire the unvaccinated for withstanding the greatest pressure I've ever seen. From partners, parents, children, friends, colleagues, and even...
And that's the first point. Now, we all know that thing that happened on the earth, okay, where everyone was, the Vicky Venom, okay, those of us of the household of faith, starting with the apostles and elders of great Muslim on down, we know not to take that poison that Esau was pushing, man. Okay, because there's a principle. There's many scriptures. Now, one that comes to mind is this one. Let's go to the book of Sirach, chapter 10. Chapter 12, verse 10. It says, "Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness." Okay, let's get another precept. This is Psalms chapter 55, verse 21. It says, "The words of his mouth were smoother than butter." And remember, when he was pushing, he was saying, "This is good for you. This is going to help." But war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. And we can't forget that Esau, the devil, is ruling the earth right now, man. Okay? So whatever this man is pushing, okay, you got to question that. You got to question everything this man's pushing, because he's what? He is the devil, he is the deceiver. And he is the enemy, okay, pursuant to Psalms 83. Amongst the other nations, Edom is named the first enemy. Let's get that quickly. Okay? Psalms 83, verse 2. "For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head," because they're proud. Okay. "They have taken crafty counsel against thy people." Who's the people of the Lord? The Israelites. Okay, you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans. "And consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, Come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent, they are confederate against thee." And that's all part of the New World Order. Okay, you got these different nations that are in league with the Edomites, the so-called white man, okay, to bring destruction ultimately, okay, to bring forward their New World agenda and to destroy Israelites, okay. "The tabernacles of Edom," okay, and you keep reading and it speaks about the different nations. Now, Edom is mentioned number one. Now, who's Edom? Genesis 36, verse 1, it says, "Now these are the generations of Esau." Now, Esau was the brother of Jacob. Okay? It says, "Who is Edom?" All right? Esau and Edom is the same. Okay? You had the man called Jacob, who's our forefather. Okay? His name was changed to Israel, and we are the Israelites. Okay? And the Edomites come from the man named Esau. Okay, the so-called white man. And we know not to trust him. Now, one of the things that was mentioned in the video, which when I paused it, okay, let's get a precept on that. Right, he mentioned the pressure from the family and all that. Okay. Now let's get a precept on it. Here we go. Matthew chapter 10, verse 35. For I am come to set a man at, this is in red, so this is Yahawashi speaking. For I am come to set a man at variance against his father, and a daughter against her mother, and a daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. And a man's foes shall be they of his own household. He that loveth father or mother more than me is not worthy of me, and he that loveth son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me. Meaning what? Okay, that this truth is priority. Serving Yahawashi is the priority in your life. Okay? And you're going to get members of your own family that will come against you, man. All right? We got members of our family that have went and took the Vicky Venom. And, you know, it would not be surprising if they went and took the MOTB when that's fully, you know, made, released onto the masses, man. Okay? And made mandatory. So this is about what? Standing for Yahawashi, okay? For not taking the MOTB, for not following into the ways of Esau. All right, but rather departing from the ways of this place, of this world. All right, now let's go back to the video. Okay.
Children, friends, colleagues, and even doctors. People who are capable of such personality, courage, and critical ability are undoubtedly the best part of humanity.
And I've got to pause it there because technically, man, the elect is the best part of humanity, okay? Even though our righteousness is as filthy rags as it is written, okay? Really, the elect, let's say they're the best of the worst, because really we're all are worthy of death, man. All have come short of the glory, okay? In fact, even when Yahawashi was called good, he said there's none that's good but the Father. Why did he say that? Because he had sinned in his previous lives, even though he was perfect and righteous when he came as the Messiah, when he came as Yahawashi, okay?
They are everywhere, in all ages, levels of education, states, and ideas. They are of a special kind. They are the soldiers that every army of light wants to have in its ranks.
Damn. Hey, let's get a precept on that, okay? Said what the soldiers of the army of light. Okay, we're known as what? The children of light. Okay. Let's go to the New Testament. This is 2 Timothy 2:3. It says, Thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahawashi Mashiach. What does it mean to be a soldier? Hey, that word goes back to solitary. Most of the time, you and your own. The scriptures say, seek out your own salvation with fear and trembling, man. All right? Now, we have the brotherhood. Okay, we have, you know, the hopeful members of the elect, which, you know, that brings comfort in itself. That brings a unity in itself. And love. But for the most part, you know, you're on your own. You're doing videos, you're studying. You know, you're going through it every day. He says, Thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahawashi Mashiach. So you're going to endure hardness, and part of resisting the temptations of this world is part of that. Okay? Because it's easy to sin. It's easy to just give up. Okay? But it's better to stay strong in Yahawashi and endure, man, and pray. It says, No man that warreth entangleth himself with the affairs of this life, that he may please him who have chosen him to be a soldier. Right? So, you know, we can't get too entangled in this world, man. All right? That's why when everyone's going left, we want to be going right. Okay? Keeping on the righteous path. We want to be on that straight and narrow, as it says in Matthew the 7th chapter, man.
Soldiers that every army of light wants to have in its ranks. They are the parent that every child wants to have, and the children that every parent dreams of having. They are beings above the average of their societies. They are the essence of the people who have, well, built all cultures and conquered horizons. They are there, next to you. They look normal, but they are superheroes.
Yeah, and, you know, that's beautiful because when you know, when people see us on the highways and byways, we're just normal people, man. But we've just been given an extraordinary knowledge and wisdom from on high, from Yahawashi. Okay? But we're flesh and blood. And that's why, you know, people that get too high and mighty, their ego takes over. That's not good. The scriptures say, the greater thou art, the more thou humble thyself. Okay? You want to be humble in the sight of Yahawashi, man. Otherwise, the Lord will jack you up. The Lord hates pride. Okay? But yeah, that's how the people see us. They mock us. They, the scriptures talk about them that kill us, the prophets. They mock us. They really want to hurt us, man. Okay? They don't take us seriously. They scoff. But really, we've got the truth.
They did what others could not. They were the tree that withstood the hurricane of insults, discrimination, and social exclusion.
Well, now let's get a precept on that. Okay? And I think this is a good video. I think this is that clip that this guy, let's get a precept on that. This is Matthew chapter 5, verse 10. Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are ye when men shall revile you and persecute you, and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely for my sake. Rejoice and be exceeding glad, for great is your reward in heaven, for so persecuted they the prophets which were before you. Hey, that's beautiful, man. So that's a sign of knowing that you're on the right path. Okay? When the whole world is being is falling for the illusions and the deceiving of the devil, but we're standing strong. And why are we standing strong? Okay? Let's get a precept on that. Isaiah 33 and 6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. And the fear of the Lord is his treasure. So that's the strength of salvation, man. The knowledge and wisdom. That's what keeps us stable in these times. Now, in the same vein, when they released when that MOTB prophecy comes to pass fully, what did the Lord say? Revelation 3 and 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, meaning what? Doing the works. I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. So when that big test comes, man, because this was like this thing that happened to Vicky Venom, that's like a pre-test almost, okay? But the real main test is going to be that C-hip. And the elect are gonna, we are the hopeful elect. Hey, the elect are gonna not take that C-hip, man, and be saved.
And they did it because they thought they were alone, and they believed that.
Well, that reminds you of the scripture, Elijah, because hey, the Lord has He has his chosen in this time. Okay, let me type in Baal. Bow the knee to Baal. Romans 11 and 2. Yahawashi have not cast away his people, which he hath foreknew. Wot you not what the scripture saith of Elias, meaning what Elijah, how he maketh intercession to the Most High against Israel, saying, Lord, they have killed thy prophets, and dig thine altars, and I am left alone, and they seek my life. But what saith the answer of Yahawashi unto him? I have reserved to myself 7,000 men who have not bowed the knee to the image of Baal. Okay? And in fact, when you look at the story of what Daniel, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, they didn't bow down to the image of that was set up by Nebuchadnezzar, man, in the Babylonian captivity. All right, you know how much they would have stood out, man. They were cast into a fiery furnace, but even then they were saved. So hey, this is a very serious thing, man. Okay, they're looking for our lives. One wrong move, if you ain't got this knowledge and wisdom, 100%, one wrong move could cost you. If you don't know that the MOTB is the C-hip, the microchip C-hip, I said it, but if you don't know that, then you're in big trouble, man, because that's the big test of your knowledge, wisdom, and understanding that's coming. So you got to know what it is.
They were alone, and they believed that, they were the only ones. Banned from their families' tables at Christmas, they never saw anything so cruel. They lost their jobs, let their careers sink, had no more money, but they didn't care. They suffered immeasurable discrimination.
And these are the things that we are going to go through. We are going to go through this, man. Okay? Losing jobs and all that. And none of that matters. Okay? The Lord is going to be the one that sustains us and helps us in the time of trouble. As it is written, the Lord is a very present help in time of trouble, man.
Denunciation, betrayal, and humiliation, but they kept on going.
Betrayal, humiliation. Don't be surprised, foes of your own household, betrayed by your own household. Okay? Spies. He said what? Humiliation. Before honor is what? Humiliation, man.
Never before in humanity has there been such a casting. Now, we all know who are the best on the planet Earth. Men, women, young, old, rich, poor, of all races or religions, the unvaccinated, the chosen of the invisible ark.
Hey, he said the chosen of the invisible ark. So the Lord is dealing with what? He's chosen. Let's get that. So there is a chosen, and we're in Romans right now. Romans 11:7. What then? Israel have not obtained that which he seeketh for, but the election have obtained it, and the rest were blinded. So the Lord is dealing with his elect. All right? The chosen, man. And he said, what? An invisible ark. So in the time of what? Noah, okay, you had what? 8 souls that were saved by the ark that was built. Okay? And this time, hey, the spiritual ark, hey, what's gonna happen? We're being gathered in the name of Yahawashi, okay? And the elect, which we are the hopeful members of that, are gonna be saved, man. Okay, by them chariots. This is Matthew chapter 24, verse 37. But as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. Okay, so this is compared to the time of Noah. For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage until the day that Noah entered into the ark. So you got the people of the world following after the fashions of the world. Okay. And that example that was given in this video was what? That was a part of the fashion of this world. It says, and knew not until the flood came and took them all away, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. Why? Because Yahawashi is bringing that fire, man. He's bringing that destruction. And the only ones that are going to be able to make it through that fire is the elect.
Chosen of the invisible ark, the only ones who managed to resist when everything collapsed. That's you. You passed an unimaginable test that many of the toughest Marines, commandos, Green Berets, astronauts, and
not many mighty are called.
even geniuses could not withstand.
Not many wise.
You are made of the stuff of the greatest who ever lived. Those heroes born among ordinary men who glow in the dark. Remember, you're the voice. It's time to make it count.
Hey, he said, you're the voice, man. Then I got two, and it said a couple things. But now let's deal with the first thing he said about the light. This is Matthew chapter 5, verse 14. Ye are the light of the world. A city that is set on a hill cannot be hid. Because why? We shine the light of Yahawashi. So we're doing these works, okay? If you keep on reading. Now from there, I want to go to now what's the other thing you mentioned? The voice. So what's that dealing with? Let's go to Daniel chapter 9, verse 10. Neither have we obeyed the voice of the Lord our power, to walk in these laws which he set before us by his servants, the prophets, because the prophets are really the voice of the Lord. Okay? The Lord don't speak directly. Okay? That's just like when the time of Moses, Israel wanted to speak to the Lord. Then when the Lord started speaking, they don't want to hear it, man. Put it that way. All right? With thunder and lightnings. Now, I wanted to get another precept. Okay, and I'm going to close out on that. You know, I ain't going to keep it too long. This is 2nd Ezra 2, verse 42. I, Ezra, saw upon the Mount Sion a great people whom I could not number, and they all praise the Lord with songs. Talking about what? The elect. And in the midst of them there was a young man of a high stature, taller than all the rest, and that's Yahawashi. And upon every one of their heads he set crowns, and was more exalted, which I marveled at greatly. So I asked the angel and said, Sir, what are these? He answered and said unto me, These be they that have put off the mortal clothing, and put on the immortal, and have confessed the name of Yahweh. Now are they crowned, and receive palms. Then said I unto the angel, What young person is it that crowneth them, and giveth them palms in their hands? So he answered and said unto me, It is the Son of Yahweh, whom they have confessed in the world. Then began I greatly to commend them that stood so stiffly for the name of the Lord. Oh man, beautiful. Okay. So this is about standing stiffly for Yahawashi and everything that entails. All right. So hey, that it's a beautiful video, and that it's a good thing if you ain't done that, taking that Vicky, man. That's that that shows great character. It's a good sign. All right. So hey, Lord willing, man, we endure, and Yahawashi saves us swiftly, soon, man, and gets us through the coming Jacob's trouble and that great test, that hour of temptation that's coming upon us. So with that, I'm going to say, all praises to Yahawashi B'Shem Chakadash, double honors to the apostles, elders, the great most honorable well, and shalom to the elect.